Hello and welcome back to Vintage Treasures. And today I am doing another haul video, of course, uh, kind of into the season, so we have a good amount of yard sales. I went to 11 and two of them were kind of a bust completely. One of them I went there and they didn't have it at all. And the other one I went to and they were having it from like 8 to 9, I think. It was something like that. And I don't mind like people changing their mind, but gas is expensive. I wish people would kind of warn you before they go and cancel something like that. But I did get stuff today, uh, but it was just sparse and few between. But I still did get stuff. And the first sale I went to and the second one were completely just like baby clothes. Uh, and the other one was like perfume and lotion, which I know you can get money off of that stuff. I'm just not into it. Uh, you know, um, it's not really my forte. But I did go to another yard sale, and the guy had a bunch of those collectible cars in like the almost a NECA scale, I want to say, but they were pretty generic brands, stuff like that, stuff you really wouldn't see being worth a whole lot of money. But I did get this Back to the Future DeLorean. I got it for $8. I bargained with the person at the yard sale and got it for $8 instead of 10. But it's pretty cool, and I was planning on opening it. Uh, but then I thought about it. I was like, you know, uh, I can't see myself doing all that, and then when I dust, I have to dust it very gently. So I said, all right, if it's worth anything, I'll sell it and buy myself a little die cast or something, something to the similar scale of this, or something that'll look good on the shelf. And this thing's worth about $40, which isn't crazy money. But actually, funny thing about this, when I went to the sale, I said it's probably from the early 2000s, and after a bit of research on eBay, it's from 2002, so right on the money. It's a Walmart exclusive, I'm guessing, because it has a Walmart, unless that's a sticker, but it's on the inside of the paper. Doesn't matter. $40. I'll take the $40 and maybe get myself like $15, $20 die-cast DeLorean. So pretty cool find. Great start to the hunt. So most of these yard sales were down the same street, which was probably good for me because it was easy to travel from one to the next. You wouldn't have to spend a whole lot of gas. But I found this dinosaur here, right here, and I don't think he's vintage. Actually, I almost know he's not vintage because of the way he's been made, but he has these like arms that are weird. But the thing that really caught my attention was the feet. One of them has like 3 toes. One of them has like 4 toes and looks like a chicken's foot. Pretty weird. That's why I picked it up. I don't know, I was just kind of desperate at this point to get some toys. But I did end up getting more. So I don't regret buying this though. This is it's not huge, so it won't take up a whole lot of room. And I'll find it and be like, why did I buy this? See the feet and be like, oh yeah, that's why I bought that. That's hilarious. So I went to a couple of other sales that were like down the block, and I found this bear here, which I didn't know what he was from. Little focus on it. It's like a little bear drinking some type of red stuff and like looks like a testing tube. And on his feet it said Disney in 1991, so vintage. So I had to pick it up, and she said 50 cents, so I gave her the 50 cents. And I found out later on down the line that this is from Gummy Bears. I've heard about it, never watched it, but guessing it's similar to Care Bears or something in that nature. I've seen clips of it on Instagram, but that's the extent of what I got. So, pretty cool find for 50 cents, but I didn't find anything else at that yard sale, sadly. And my last stop in that neighborhood was at a sale where they had some pop vinyls, some Toy Story stuff, which I'm not really into Toy Story. It is it's a vintage uh, it's a vintage toy line technically from '95, but it's just there's a lot to collect, and I don't think I could take on another toy line like that. Not with my space, but still I can admire it. I was thinking about picking some of that stuff up, but I didn't end up doing it. And speaking of Toy Story, that same sale I got that at, he had this like it was either a radio or like a radio with a toothbrush holder, or maybe it was just a radio. I'm not sure. It's one of those like merchandising things. But he wanted 24 for it. It was in the box. I said that's probably a good deal. But I looked it up and found out it was only going for about $24. So I ended up leaving it there. But enough about Toy Story. Let's look at what I found at that sale. I found this Kmart Frisbee, which I'm guessing is like a promotional thing. Probably given away by Kmart. Somewhere down the line, not sure what about. If I find anything from like defunct stores like KB Toys, Toys R Us, Circuit City, so on, I'll pick it up. And Kmart happens to be on that list, and I've gone there a lot. Uh, Weird thing about my local Kmart, or what used to be my local Kmart, is it was built on land that used to be a landfill. So the stuff was rotting underneath the building, and it didn't smell or anything, but the floor was settling horribly, and the tiles were coming up and popping and stuff like that, and there was horrible dips. Uh, Thought I'd just add that in there. It's a bit random, but definitely it was something weird. I don't know. I don't know why they do that. Seems kind of stupid looking back on it. So after I left that neighborhood, I was heading to my thrift store. Maybe I'd find some cool stuff there. I usually found one or two things there. I don't think there's been a couple times I've looked there without getting anything, but I usually get stuff there, one or two things. But before I could even get to the thrift store, I saw another sale, and I said, I'll go. So I did, and she had nothing really I was interested in, some collectible plates, some Disney ones, which looking back I probably should have picked up, because all of her collectible plates were $5 each, and I know Disney stuff can be worth quite a bit of money. But I was too fascinated by the collectible plate that I did find, which is this Sergeant Pepper's plate from the Beatles' 1967 album Sergeant Pepper's. This is a 25th anniversary plate. It says plate number 6025F in the limited edition of, I guess I forgot a number, but pretty cool. Picked this up. It came with the display originally, but the lady didn't have it, or the box. But I can get about $40 for this if I wanted to sell it. I'm on the edge of this one. I don't know if I'm gonna sell this. The Back to the Future one, I'm likely gonna sell because it's going for like $40, and I can just buy a cheap die cast, and I won't have to do all the work of constructing it. But this one I'm on the edge of because I like the Beatles, and I don't really come past Beatles merchandise often at yard sales. It's something people pick up when they see, and I don't really get the chance to pick it up myself. So after that little detour to that yard sale, I ended up at the thrift store and wasn't finding much in the VHS section. I have to be pretty choosy now because VHSs, I found out, take a lot of room up when you have a lot of them. Uh, I haven't taken up a whole lot of room with them, but I have enough, and I have to be pretty picky now about what I pick up. But went to the toy room, and I found this dude in there, which I think he's like a little Yeti or something. like a Bigfoot or something. If you have any information on him, do tell me. I don't think there's any markings on him or anything. Oh, actually there is. MB. If you have any information on this guy, put it in the comments. I mean, I have no idea what he's filthy, but I have to clean him. But yeah, I had to pick this guy up. Pretty cool looking. And in that same room, I found this ET over here. So I saw this. He was like in there like this, so I picked him up, and it was ET, and it was $1. And the only information on it, by the way, is that it's from Taiwan. So a lot like the Yeti. If you have any information on this guy, or if you know if he's official, do tell me in the comments, because I have no idea. But one thing that did happen to this guy is he had a crush in his head, which he's made out of a stretchy plastic. So I figured I might be able to fix him, and you guys can see it. So let's see if we can fix him. Well, that came off. Jeez. Okay. Oh, well, that's it. That's all it took. Oh, there's one here. Kind of came out a little bit. That's all it took? Thought it was going to be more than that. Can we get the head back on? That's the question. Yep, we can get the head back on. There we go. Except for that chin. I might be able to fix that a bit later. I might have to heat them up with the hair dryer. I don't like doing that, so I might not do it because it's not that noticeable, but 99 cents. Not bad for 99 cents. I see a problem with thrift stores a lot lately, especially even my local ones. They look stuff up on eBay, which if you're a thrift store, usually you're trying to move stuff fast. So holding on to eBay prices probably isn't the best idea when you don't have the eBay audience. But this one has been really good. They're first of all, they donate all their funds to the animal or local animal foundation, and so the animals get something, I get something, everyone's happy in the situation. But not bad for $1 for this little ET over here. So one thing I did find that I'm definitely selling, I didn't even think about keeping this for a second, but I knew I was going to buy, is this vintage 1985 Shapo. And it probably went by several names, but you've probably seen this toy before. And it's in the box, and I paid $2 for it. I did open it to make sure the shapes were all in there. But this guy's pretty cool. And it's made by Tupper Toys, which is a branch company of Tupperware. As you see, 1985. Tupperware made this toy over here. Same one that makes the little the containers for food. So let's open this and show you what's in it. I'm sure you could probably guess what's in it. Get the box open. It has all the shapes in there. The spring thing works still. I'd take the shapes out, but I don't want to have to put them back. But this thing is still glistening. I looked it up on eBay, and I couldn't find one with the box, but I did see ones that were wrapped in plastic. So I don't know if this one was wrapped in plastic, or if it was just specific brands that wrapped theirs in plastic. But it's fairly likely that this was wrapped in plastic when it was made, and it's been used. I mean, the box has been worn a little bit, so it's definitely been taken out of its box. But, still a pretty good find. And those ones that were just in the plastic with no box went for about 40. So I'll put this guy in for 50. I'll see what happens. I don't know if I'll get 50. I'll probably take an offer. But it's definitely worth the $2 that I paid for it. So everyone wins in this situation. And this is everything we got today. A pretty good haul. Got some vintage toys, a lot of stuff for me, some stuff to sell. Great thrift store finds, great prices. And I think I paid let's add this all up. $1, $8. I think I paid under 20 bucks for all this. Yeah, I paid under $20 for all this. So not bad. Not bad. Considering in that 20 bucks I have stuff to sell. And I plan on selling that for more than 20 on its own. And I plan on selling that for more than 20 on its own. And the plate I might sell, but I might keep. But I'll definitely make my 20 back. Over time, it's not going to happen overnight. I mean, maybe it will. Who knows? But I'll get my 20 back. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. You could always subscribe later if later on down the line you don't enjoy my content. Like the video if you liked the video. I do post content about vintage toys and stuff like that. I do haul videos, figure reviews. I talk about Masters of the Universe, Ninja Turtles, G.I. Joe, obscure lines. So if that's interesting to you, consider subscribing. And it tells you when I upload videos. So you can see when I upload the videos, and if you're interested, you can watch them. But have a great rest of your day or night, and goodbye.